Hello, my name is Luna and welcome to my experiment of recording myself voicing over Speedpaint. Let's jump right in. So I had to actually export the Speedpaint out of Movie Maker so I could watch it, because Movie Maker was not letting me watch it inside the editing. Normally it lets me do that, but this time it would just show me a few seconds and buffer and then show me a few more seconds. I've done this 6 times already, this recording. Yes, 6 times. It's not a very long speed paint, but my voice is starting to completely just fail on me, and it's not ideal. I am doing this recording entirely without a script. I have never done this before, and I'm flailing around helplessly, not knowing what to do. So enjoy that. I would release bloopers, but I actually think they're very boring, just stupid to listen to, so I'm not going to unless you guys really want me to. In any case, the reason of me talking over this is mainly because finding music for speed paints is very difficult and time consuming. It's a lot of dubstep and I don't think that fits my speed paints, and finding enough of it to last an entire speed paint is also very hard. I don't know how others do it. I have no idea. But free to use music is hard to find, and lasting an entire speed paint is even harder. In this recording, I'm going to attempt to talk about what I'm doing in the speed paint and what I was thinking, because I hope that might be interesting. And maybe you can learn a thing or two from it. Number one thing that you should learn from this: plan stuff out. Like, this was supposed to just be a off-the-cuff, free-flow, fun speed paint, which it was fun to do, but I ran into a lot of trouble many times because I hadn't planned out my layers, I hadn't planned out what I was gonna do. Halfway through I did get myself references like I should have. References are your friends, use them, they help a lot. I hadn't planned out which colors to use. I had the idea of just incorporating a lot of colors. Here I was adding the clouds, which I also got a reference for eventually. And yeah, the entire idea was I wanted to create this winter wonderland, but I wanted it to have a lot of color. I wanted to do this very painterly, free-flowing, have colors everywhere, just incorporated to tie it all together. And using a lot of different brush textures, which I also don't tend to do. Yeah, I hadn't quite thought of the way I was gonna incorporate color. I hadn't chosen a color palette really. I normally do that, and that would have helped a lot. I wanted to basically have things that are further away go to this different hue, like when you look in a distance or something, or when you have a photo of like a landscape that's like reaching very far, things that are further away are more bluish, and this has to do with light scattering, and it has a name, but I do not know it, and I'm not gonna go into that. It's a thing, and I wanted to incorporate that, but I didn't make my hue change consistent. So things are supposed to be more purple in the back, but then there's this row of trees are more bluish green. So yeah, smart. Nah, it's okay. It's just not my. I think it turned out looking good, but I think I learned a lot of it from it, and I think hope that you guys can learn from it too. And this was, well, it was made for the holiday card events that DeviantArt holds for charity. So I wanted to be bright and fun and nice to look at, and I just went in it and started, and this happened basically. I also, as you can see, sort of rearranged how my windows are aligned. I have this small window more to the right, and this was to prevent myself from zooming in and out a lot. In the Halloween speed paint I did that a lot, and it was kind of nauseating to look at, but this could also have been remedied by just slowing the speed paint down, but it was a very long speed paint, so I didn't want it to take up hours, even though the speed paint itself was like, it took me a lot of hours to do that. This one was, I think I'll edit in at the end. How long it took, I don't know from the top of my head, but I believe this was at least a 4-hour, 5-hour endeavor. I wanted to have steps in the snow, footsteps, and that was very hard to do. I think I pulled it off reasonably well, but it didn't look at all like the references I looked up. And this was also the part where I was trying to add more definition and clarity to the snow, and also add in all those extra colors and shadings. But because I was working with the textured brush, I didn't want to go too small and ruin the texture I already had there. Here in the back you can see I'm making the snow more pink and purplish, and that was the whole color shift idea, that for them in the back everything would be more purple. I didn't really pull that through well, but oh well. Wow, my voice is already giving up on me, and this is only the 4th take. Yeah, again, more colors incorporated. I felt that the backgrounds didn't quite feel like you were in the middle of the forest, so that's why I added all these trees in the back, and I think that really helped. And then it took me a lot of shifting hues till I got the color I was looking for that felt right with the picture. I didn't plan things out just like my color and everything. I've been saying that a lot. And that did get in the way a lot. I didn't have good separated layers, and I had to cut and remove things. It was just a lot of extra work I didn't have to do if I properly planned this out. And here you can see how I am blurring things. I wanted to increase the feeling of depth. I'm not sure if this added to the picture or took away from it, but yeah, I'm still not sure about that decision. You can pause before I start to do the blurring and tell me what you think. Yeah, I blur things to just create more of that depth, and here I am adding glow. I ended up probably adding way too much, definitely adding way too much, but I think in this amount it looks good. Yeah, here I am adding a lot and then I'm lowering the layer. I believe in here I'm trying to add even more color shifts. I think I undid that. I think that was a good decision because the way the color shifts were incorporated like that wasn't quite good looking. Yeah, and here I'm trying to add more darker areas to push this depth more. The way I did this I think wasn't ideal. I think it oversaturated things, and we're already at the end, and this is me adding the snow. I probably shouldn't have added a drop shadow to the larger particles to make them pop more. I think it would have been better to let people focus on the background, and I also don't think I should have added the snow crystal shapes. Those were a quick last add in the end, and I don't think that looks... Oh, more shine! I think I had enough already, but oh well. And that's the very end of the speed paint. That went quick, at least for you guys. I'm going to have an end card here, and this is how long it took. The different sessions or just the speed paint overall. I'm not sure. And here I'm going to put a bigger version of the finished result, and I'll put a link in the description probably to the finished painting and the link to DeviantArt or something. I hope you enjoyed this. I think this will be my last recording because my voice is not going to allow me to have another retake, and I'll see you next time. Bye!